Give me my respect. Respect is everything, especially in a world like this. Respect is literally the difference between life and death, prosperity and living in a box. How people perceive you and the respect that they have for you, it changes so much about the opportunities you have in life and also just how you feel about yourself as a person. So for me, respect is non-negotiable. Whether people like me or don't like me, that's one thing and that's another thing. But I'm going to be talking about how to ensure by default you are given the respect you deserve as a human being. And I'm not going to compromise, and you shouldn't either. First thing, guys, appearance. As human beings, we're visual creatures. We see what's in front of us. We see what is around us. So setting the tone with how people are going to treat you, it's all about how you present yourself. From a physical, how you dress, guys. A lot of the times, this is very slept on, but people dress based on occasion. I like to dress based by default. When I'm going to the grocery store, the gym, work, doesn't matter. I'm making sure I'm in a clean fit that shows it took preparation. I didn't just roll out of the bed and put a t-shirt on. No offense to some of you guys watching this video, but I know you guys have noticed when you dress nicer, people tend to respect you more. Why? Because as human beings, we respect what's difficult. It's not easy to wake up every day and make sure you got a clean set of clothes on that look nice and also take preparation. Put on a tie every day. You might have nice clothes on that just show, they don't have to be the most expensive thing, but they show you took time to make sure you were presentable. If I run into someone high profile, I'm ready. I don't have to worry about, if I get caught off guard, what if someone sees me, I'm not ready. I'm always ready, always ready. And this is an everyday thing. So when you dress nice and presentable every day, you send a message, because it's like, dang, that's not easy to do. I've seen a bunch of people in suits before, but who can dress nice and clean every day, day after day? So when people start to notice this, they see the preparation, they see the consistency, they're gonna respect you by default, even if they hate your guts. So first thing I like to always tell guys is how you dress is everything, but how you consistently dress is everything. Assertiveness. Assertiveness cannot be spoken for enough, because in a world where there's a bunch of yes men, in a world where you are just expected to agree by default to certain things, being assertive sets you apart from the crowd because it's something that takes power. Assertiveness is power because it's only able to be projected if you have the power within yourself. So it could be an uncomfortable situation, and this is where people will respect you the most, when you are willing to be assertive in even the most uncomfortable situations, because maybe the room gets silent. Maybe all eyes are on you, but you still said what you believed in. You still said no in a situation where you were persuaded in every way to just go along with the program and to say yes, and you still found the courage to be assertive and to hold your ground. That is an easy way right there to get instant respect, guys, from your contemporaries. Everyone is going to feel you, because there's a lot of people, man, they go quietly off into the night. Someone might disrespect them in front of others, and instead of saying, hey, I don't appreciate how you talked to me just now, because they run the risk of being awkward, they just let it slide and they go to bed and they roll around in their bed and they're just like, dang, I should have said something. You should have said something, but you didn't, because it takes strength. But by repetition, you guys are going to naturally build this strength up just through repetition. So being assertive is another easy way to build respect. Third thing, this one comes down to how you treat people, being empathetic towards others and being respectful towards others, even when you aren't shown that respect and kind. So what I mean by this is, when someone disrespects you guys, the easy thing to do is always to lash out and to get mad at that person. and to let that person know you are mad, to project anger, rage, whatever. That's the easy thing to do. But that doesn't get you respect. Not the way you think it does. Especially when strangers are walking by, they don't know what the context of the situation is. So let's say someone did antagonize you. Someone did do something that was deserving of the treatment that you're giving them. People kind of walking into the scene, they cannot see that. They don't really know what the context of the situation is. But when you're able to receive that disrespect and actually reciprocate positivity to that person, you're sending the message of, I don't need to stoop to your level. You're not going to move me off center, because if I can just walk up to any of you guys and just give you negativity and you give it right back to me, you're easy to manipulate. You're malleable. What's respectable about that? You're Mr. Doughboy. I can just do what I want with you. You're predictable. You're predictable. You know how much you're going to shake people when they disrespect you and you say, hey, everything all right? You know, I thought we were on good terms, but it seems like we have a problem because you said something pretty rude to me. You don't have to be like, hey, don't talk to me like that. And you know what I'm saying? It's a different level of energy. It's a different level, because what you're showing is composure. Composure. It's funny. There's a lot of words in the English dictionary that I don't really hear being brought up a lot. In today's day and age, how many times do you hear people talk about composure? And it's one of the most important things, because we're in a world where everything is throwing you off center. So when you guys are able to keep composure in situations where other people lose composure, the respect it's off the charts, guys. It's just off the charts. And of course, handling your responsibilities. It sounds like a no-brainer. We all know what our responsibilities are. We all know what we have to handle. But when you really are willing to walk that walk, so to speak, when I started walking that walk in my life, the people who you think, oh, you know, they might not have respect for me or a lot of the times respect is conditional, guys. You meet the conditions to be respected now, because what you're doing is just factual. When you walk the walk and handle your business, especially as a man, you're doing something objectively that must be respected. Especially in a world where people aren't handling their business, they're not handling their mental health, they're not taking care of their body, they're not taking care of their mind, and you're handling business, you are going to stand out in the best way, and the respect is imminent. Because it's so easy. I think about the days it was so easy for me to not handle my business. It's so easy to hop on the game, bro. It's so easy to order Uber Eats to your house and get fried dough balls covered in chocolate, frosting, sprinkles. It's easy to tear your body apart because what you're doing feels good. But when you get pleasure from the delayed gratification of just handling your business, you don't think you get dopamine from the respect you get? You don't think you're gonna get dopamine when you realize, dang, everywhere I go, they know they really know I'm on my business. They really know they can't talk to me a certain way because I know what I'm willing to do. You see, a lot of the times when disrespect comes into play, it's always like someone calling you on your bluff. It's not really so much animosity as it is people don't really think you are who you say you are, so they test that. And sometimes it's not even a test, it's just a flat out, I don't think you are who you say you are. So the best evidence of being who you say you are is handling your business. Whether that is you're in school right now and you need to ace all your classes and make sure you get that internship that then leads to the job you want. That's handling your business. You just showed the world you handled your business. Or, you know, maybe you're not in school. Maybe you're already in the workplace. You ascend, you climb the ladder. You do the hard things that no one wants to do. You show your value within the company. You move up, you dominate. Or maybe you start your own business. I'm already in the midst of working on my business. And guess what, guys? It's growing steadily. Things over time, because we do the hard things, if we're willing to do the hard things, you'll be granted more opportunities. And I'm growing everything in real time. So if you guys do want to keep up with what I'm doing, follow me on social so you know I'm not just capping. I'm working on all these things. I'm making sure I'm releasing content consistently. So even someone who may not click my video, right, when they first see it on the YouTube homepage, they're going to see me so much. It's just like, dang, this dude's consistency. I got to respect it. Let's see what he's talking about. It's as simple as that. Respect breeds opportunities, man. So I cannot speak enough about, making sure you guys are upholding the respect for yourself, because then other people will give you what they see you give to yourself, guys. Man, it's everything. It's everything, man. And it's the small things that you just don't want to let slide. You guys don't always have to have a visceral reaction, this intense reaction, but being vocal in situations, it's not a weakness either. Sometimes when someone bumps into you, right? Sometimes it's not necessarily about having a temper with them, but if they did, do something rude that you didn't appreciate, you can simply keep composure and say, hey, what's going on, man? I didn't appreciate that. And the composure is what gets you the respect, because the other person does know instinctively, yeah, that's something worthy of being mad about, but this guy kept composure. I gotta respect that. Who doesn't respect composure? And composure is like a muscle. So as long as you guys know the goal is to keep composure, you're gonna build this muscle up. But a lot of people don't set the goal of keeping composure. I didn't set the goal of keeping composure. I feel like back then I set the goal of, I'm gonna make sure I say something, but I didn't care about how I said it. It's all about how you say things. It's all about how you say it rather than what you say. So guys, if you pay attention to these things, I guarantee you the respect you receive from today to the future, it's gonna be night and day, sun and the moon, heaven and earth. It's just, and you realize, man, you don't need to put a permanent label on yourself. Why? Because everything is conditional in this reality. The conditions of respect, because there are conditions, don't let it discourage you, let it motivate you, because you can now meet those conditions because you have the knowledge to meet those conditions. See what I'm saying? It's all about knowledge. Some people just don't know the stuff I'm talking about in this video, and they suffer the consequences. It's not that they can't meet the conditions. You just didn't know any better. I didn't know any better. I had to educate myself and pay attention to my environment. And in doing so, I was able to reap the fruits of my labor. All these things that I'm talking about, guys, you're going to see it. You're going to see the evidence in your reality. You're going to see the evidence of respect. People are going to talk to you differently. Pay attention to how people talk to you after you guys start implementing these things. You will notice you will get a lot less sly comments. People may talk about you, but certainly not to your face. People aren't going to be saying rude remarks to you, because what do they have to stand on? Everything you're doing is evident. Man, it's Dipsy. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. And remember, what do I always say? With enough determination, hard work, and belief in oneself, anyone is capable of becoming a true champion, bro. Anyone is capable. I'll catch you guys later. Make sure you guys do something positive today, and peace out.